Some games don't just entertain you, they drop you into a brutal, beautiful past where every choice could change your fate. From backstanding kings to fire-breathing beasts, the medieval era has always been a perfect setting for chaos, honor, and survival. But not all medieval games are created equal. Some let you build empires, others force you to claw your way through blood-soaked battlefields, and a few, they throw you into stories so twisted you'll forget they're fiction. So today, we're counting down the 10 most immersive medieval games, ranked not just by popularity, but by how deeply they pull you into their worlds. Whether you love raw realism, gritty politics, or full-blown fantasy, there's something here that'll completely consume your next 100 hours. Let's dive in. Number 10, War Tales: Grit, Guts, and Gold. In a world where kingdoms have fallen and order is a distant memory, survival isn't a goal, it's a gamble. War Tales doesn't hand you a heroic title or a grand destiny. It hands you a starving group of mercenaries, a broken land ruled by warlords and bandits, and a single question: how far will you go to stay alive? This isn't your typical medieval power fantasy. Every decision feels like a compromise. Do you spend your last coin on food for your group, or bribe a guard to avoid a fate you might not survive? Even setting up camp becomes a tense act of strategy. If morale drops, your own men might turn on you. Combat is tactical and brutal. Mistakes are punished. There's no safety net, no chosen one prophecy, just your grit and a rusty blade. Characters can grow, evolve, and even die permanently based on how you lead them. That weight, it stays with you. The medieval setting here isn't romanticized, it's bleak. Diseases spread, corpses rot, choices matter. And while other games hand you power, War Tales makes you earn every inch of it. Gold buys loyalty, but blood, that pays the real price. Number 9, Dragon's Dogma, where monsters hunt you back. Most RPGs let you fight dragons. Dragon's Dogma makes you feel like one is breathing down your neck, because it is. This isn't just another medieval fantasy world. It's a place where everything wants you dead, and you'll probably die in the most dramatic way possible, falling off a cliff while grappling a griffin mid-air. What sets Dragon's Dogma apart is its raw, weighty combat. Every swing of your sword, every spell you cast, it all feels grounded, dangerous, real. You're not just button mashing, you're clawing your way through beasts 10 times your size. Then there's the pawn system, your customizable AI companions who don't just follow orders, but learn from your playstyle. They climb giants, set traps, and even give tactical advice. It's like commanding a mini-squad of warriors who evolve alongside you. It's gritty, it's strange, it's unforgettable. Because in Dragon's Dogma, the monsters don't just exist to challenge you, they define you. Number 8, Pentiment, the murder mystery written in ink. At first glance, Pentiment doesn't look like your typical medieval game. There are no epic battles, no dragons, no sieges. But don't be fooled. Beneath its hand-drawn pages lies one of the most gripping and thought-provoking stories ever told in a historical setting. You play as Andreas Mahler, a traveling artist in 16th century Bavaria, swept into a murder mystery that shakes an entire town. But this isn't a story you just follow, it's one you shape. Every decision, every conversation, every small choice ripples through the years, altering lives, shaping fates, and rewriting history. The art style? It's straight out of a medieval manuscript, stunning, symbolic, and completely immersive. But the true beauty of Pentiment lies in its writing, rich, layered, and painfully human. You're not chasing glory here, you're chasing truth. And sometimes that truth comes at a cost. No flashy combat, no magic, just questions, consequences, and a slow unraveling of the world around you. Pentiment proves you don't need a sword to cut deep. Sometimes a single choice can slice through generations. Number 7, Crusader Kings series, Thrones Built on Betrayal. In Crusader Kings, power doesn't come from strength, it comes from secrets, from whispered betrayals, strategic marriages, and the kind of political backstabbing that would make even the Lannisters blush. This isn't a game where you lead armies into battle every hour. Instead, you build dynasties that last generations. You marry off your children for land. You plot your cousin's assassination to inherit a title. You bribe priests, fabricate claims, and sometimes, yes, seduce your enemy's spouses. And if you think that sounds messy, it is. Gloriously messy. You can start as a small duke and rise to emperor, or lose everything because your son turned out to be an unstable lunatic with a taste for civil war. Every game feels different because the world reacts to you, not just your armies, but your bloodline. The beauty of Crusader Kings is that no two stories are the same. Some rulers become legends, others are remembered only in scandal and shame. It's not about winning, it's about surviving. And in this world, the deadliest weapon isn't a sword, it's a signature on a forged letter. Number 6, Age of Empires series, History at Your Command. Before open worlds and cinematic RPGs took over, one series defined what it meant to rule the medieval era: Age of Empires. This isn't about controlling a single hero, it's about commanding entire civilizations, from humble villagers to vast armies. You shape the rise and fall of empires with every click. And while there are several entries in the series, Age of Empires 2 still stands tall as the crown jewel of medieval real-time strategy. Want to relive the Crusades? Lead Saladin. Prefer the Mongol conquests? Unleash Genghis Khan. You're not just playing a game, you're rewriting history in real time. But it's not just about war. You'll manage resources, build alliances, and sometimes win without ever drawing a sword. The decisions you make behind the scenes, in your economy, your tech tree, your diplomacy, are often more powerful than 100 knights charging into battle. And with constant remasters, expansions, and a thriving community, Age of Empires isn't just a nostalgic classic. It's still alive, evolving, and more strategic than ever. Because when history is yours to command, what legacy will you leave behind? Number 5, Skyrim, Dragons, Destiny, and the freedom to be anything. You've heard the memes, you've probably shouted, "Fus Ro Da!" at least once. But beneath all that internet fame, Skyrim remains one of the most iconic medieval fantasy games ever made. You are the Dragonborn, a hero tied to an ancient prophecy, born with the power to slay dragons and bend the world to your will. Sounds epic, right? But Skyrim isn't just about the main quest. It's about what you choose to become. Mage, thief, assassin, warrior, or all of them at once. Want to join a guild of murderers at night and become a werewolf by day? Go ahead. Feel like ignoring the end of the world to spend 100 hours crafting cheese wheels and collecting books? Nobody's stopping you. The open world is massive, beautiful, and filled with secrets. Every cave hides a story. Every NPC has a history. And every decision you make pulls you deeper into a realm where magic and politics collide. Even after a decade, new mods, graphics overhauls, and total conversions keep the game alive, turning Skyrim into something endlessly replayable. In a world filled with swords and sorcery, Skyrim doesn't just let you live the fantasy, it lets you become it. Number 4, Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. forge your empire from nothing. In Bannerlord, you don't start as a king, a chosen one, or even someone important. You start with a rusty sword, a worn-out horse, and a dream. The rest, you fight for. This is medieval sandbox at its rawest. Want to rise from a village nobody to a feared warlord? You'll need to win battles, broker deals, and build your army one desperate mercenary at a time. But nothing is handed to you. Every coin is earned. Every battle is a gamble. And the battles, massive. Hundreds of troops clashing in real time. Cavalry charges, archers raining death from hilltops, walls crumbling during sieges. You don't just command, you ride into the chaos with your men. But Bannerlord isn't just about combat, it's about diplomacy, trade, alliances, betrayals. One wrong decision in a marriage deal could collapse your entire faction. And when you finally carve out your kingdom, that's when the real game begins. With constant mod support and a living, reactive world, no two campaigns ever play the same. In Mountain Blade 2, you're not playing history, you're rewriting it, one battlefield at a time. Number 3, Kingdom Come Deliverance. No magic, no mercy. Forget fireballs and fantasy. Kingdom Come Deliverance throws you headfirst into the real Middle Ages. No dragons, no prophecies, just mud, blood, and hard choices. You play as Henry, a blacksmith's son who loses everything when his village is wiped off the map. He's not a hero. He doesn't know how to fight. He's not destined for greatness, and that's what makes the journey unforgettable. Every skill, from sword play to reading, must be learned. Your armor matters, your stamina matters, even what you eat matters. This game doesn't hold your hand. It tests your patience, your planning, and your morality. The world is harsh, grounded in real history and stunningly detailed. Castles aren't just set dressing, they're recreated from real Bohemian architecture. Historical figures, medieval laws, actual battles, it's all here. Choices carry weight. Lie too often? People stop trusting you. Kill a man? His family might come for revenge. It's less about role-playing a character and more about surviving as a human being in a brutal, uncaring world. Kingdom Come strips away the fantasy and replaces it with something even more gripping: truth. Number 2, Manor Lords. Build the land, defend the people. Manor Lords isn't just a city builder, it's a medieval life simulator where every road you place, every field you plant, and every villager you protect feels personal. You're not playing some godlike overseer, you're a lord, responsible for real people in a harsh and unforgiving world. Their hunger is your failure, their rebellion, your consequence. The game abandons the traditional grid system and gives you the freedom to build naturally. Villages sprawl organically. Farmland follows terrain. Every house, every market, every blacksmith has a purpose, visually and economically. But peace never lasts. When raiders or rival lords attack, you don't just watch, you lead. Form shield walls, flank enemies, defend what you've built with the same precision you used to create it. Manor Lords blends the patience of strategy with the urgency of survival. One season, you're celebrating a good harvest. The next, you're scrambling to save your people from starvation or invasion. It's not just about ruling land, it's about earning loyalty from the ground up. Because in Manor Lords, you're not building a city, you're building a legacy. Number 1, Chivalry 2. Chaos has never felt so glorious. If you've ever wondered what it really feels like to charge into battle with nothing but steel, screams, and blind fury, Chivalry 2 is your answer. This isn't strategy, this is war. Raw, frantic, hilarious, and terrifying. Massive 64-player battles erupt with catapults firing, heads flying, and knights brawling in muddy trenches with maces, swords, or whatever broken weapon they're still gripping. But underneath the chaos, there's precision. Master the parries, feints, and ripostes, and you become a one-man wrecking crew. Mistime it, you're face first in the dirt, or worse, decapitated mid-battle cry. Whether you're storming a castle gate or holding the last bridge with your squad, every match feels cinematic, and often ridiculous, like throwing chickens at enemies or battling with a loaf of bread when your sword breaks. Chivalry 2 doesn't try to be a medieval simulation. It leans into the spectacle, the drama, the absurdity. It's not clean, it's messy, bloody, and unforgettable. Because in this game, you're not just playing a knight, you are the chaos. Medieval games come in all forms. Some ask you to conquer, others ask you to survive, and a few just ask you to endure. But whether you're swinging a sword in the mud or plotting a dynasty from the shadows, each of these titles drops you into a world where every decision counts. So, which one are you diving into next? Let us know in the comments, and if we think we missed a hidden gem, we want to hear it. If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into gaming's best worlds. Until then, stay sharp. You never know when the next battle begins.